Good day and welcome. I hope you're doing fantastic. Today we're going to talk about 5 tips for reminding yourself of your worth fast. I'm Linda. I'm a transformational life coach. I help you from being self-conscious to being self-confident. I help you from going from sad to being happy, and I help you from being unforgiving to freedom in forgiveness. I help you to take your power back through the programs that we work on with emotional intelligence, mindfulness, and so many other things in the 12-week program that we cover to help you to transform into a new person. So let's take a look at today's lesson. Are you not having a good day? We all falter sometimes. All it takes is a little unasked for criticism or someone just treating us harshly to trigger us into a spiral of negative self-talk and anxiety about not being liked. When you need to remind yourself of your worth fast, it's good to have some ideas in mind. Try these quick tips for getting yourself back on track, even when life seems out of control. Tip number 1. Go into a judgment-free zone. Okay, so your thoughts aren't what you wish they would be. You know you're in a depressing cycle. Your emotions are all over the place and you're starting to hit critical mass when it comes to criticism. You already know you're not supposed to be reacting this way. So to make your awful day a little bit worse, you start beating yourself up for how you're treating yourself. This is entirely the wrong approach. Your first step must be to stop the negative spiral. Stop. Drop the judgment. Accept you are having a bad day or a bad last 5 minutes. This moment doesn't have to define you. With these thoughts firmly in mind, it's time to let things go. I always teach in my program, and it's good to remember that thoughts create emotions. So like the Bible says, take hold of your thoughts. Capture your thoughts. This is so important. And then in my program, there's the ladder that you go through, the emotional ladder. And in this ladder, I show you where you can't go from sad to joyful in just one step. You're going to have to move up the ladder. And the reason for that is because when you reach a depressed state of mind, it took you, you can go down quickly. If you think about, let's say, a ladder, if you just put your feet to the sides and you just slide down, how fast and easy it is to go down. But to climb up that way would be more difficult. So it's more difficult to get to a joyous state of mind, and that's why it's good to stop yourself before you reach that state of mind. And then drop the should. Why are you caught up in thinking about should anyway? The moment you start using this particularly devilish little word, you're telling yourself what a failure you are. You have become caught up in a vortex of perfectionism. You can't possibly escape. Should never helps anybody. Erase it from your vocabulary. It's good to say, I get to. So change your should to I get to. Let's say, for instance, you have to do the washing and you can't get to it for some or the other reason. Instead of saying I should do the washing, say I get to do the washing, realizing that you are actually lucky. You've got electricity, you've got a washing machine, you've got, if you haven't got all that, then you're still lucky if you've got water and detergent to do your washing with. Do you realize there are people who doesn't even have that? So you get to do the washing. If there's certain things that you feel that you should do, that you should get to, try to think of it in another way. You are blessed to, I should go to work. I get to go to work. You are blessed to have a job. Do you realize there are people who don't have jobs? So rephrase your should and turn it into you get to. Stop looking for validation. This is so important. Anytime you think someone else can give you what you need to feel good about yourself, you're going to be disappointed. People will let you down. Even in the best relationship, it's not healthy to use someone else to define who you are. This kind of thinking can be dangerous. What if the person you relied on was no longer in your life? How would this then impact your self-worth? I always say it's good to remember that the only person who will be with you from the day you are born until the day you die is you. Think about this. Really think about this. How many people have you know? How many friends have you had that were there for a while and you don't even talk to them anymore? How many situations or people have you had that's been there and it's gone? You've worked in a certain place, you don't work there anymore. You don't have contact with those people anymore. Things like that. So even your parents, they might have been there when you were born, but they're not going to be there when you die. Or chances are they're not going to be there when you die. Sometimes we die before our parents. It's good to remember that the only person who will be with you from the day you're born until the day you die is you. It's good to invest in yourself. It's good to build yourself up. And how you do this is by doing programs, by doing coaching, by reading books on self-development. All these things, you need to do this. You need to invest in yourself. You need to invest time in yourself. It's always good, and not find validation in anyone else around you. You need to be the person who does that for you. Come to terms with the past. It's time to separate your actions from yourself. When you make a mistake, acknowledge the error and move on. To get caught into some shame or guilt only hurts you in the long run. There is nothing to be gained by victimizing yourself. Forgive yourself and move on. There is nothing you can do about the past. It's in the past. You can't go back and change it. We can't time travel and go change that. So it's just good to let go of it and move forward. And it's so important that you do this, because holding on to the past is not moving you forward in any way. Worrying about the future is not moving you forward either. Learn to live in the present moment and be grateful for what you have right now. Know where you excel. For a super quick fix to your self-worth, take a moment to list off the things in which you excel. Acknowledge your accomplishments. A close examination of all the things which makes you proud should give you a solid reminder you are indeed worthy. I would like for you to take out a piece of paper and just write down at least 5 or 10 things that you have accomplished. Anything. It can be a small thing, a new thing that you learned, a book that you finished, anything. Just any small thing. Write anything that you've accomplished. Start small and move up to the bigger things. And then you will see how worthy you actually are, how much you have accomplished up until now. Even if you think about a few miracles that you've received in this past week or past month, and if you haven't received miracles, then you should change your focus to be grateful instead of looking at the things that's wrong. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for what you can do. And then you can shift your focus and then start changing your life. By paying attention to these 5 areas, you can quickly restore your self-worth. The key is to be alert and more quickly to head off negative thoughts before they undo all the hard work you've already put into yourself. So the best way is to just stop before those negative thoughts start spiraling you into a negative emotion. Remember, the energy you send out is the energy you receive. So it's always good to keep yourself at high vibrating energy. So I wish you all the best in everything that you're doing. Please feel free to comment if you have any questions or any comments. And be blessed. Like this and share this video. And thank you for your support. Thank you. Be blessed. Bye.